Can everyone stand for the pledge, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Laura, roll call, please. Here.
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 Mrs. Buzzard. Here. Yes. Mr. Minkowski. Absent. Ms. Joy. Absent. Mrs. Rose. Here. It's not plugged in. Just talk real loud for now.
Hey everyone, thank you for coming out. This is a little bit hot outside. It won't be too hot here, so we try to get started right away. I shared those of you who were here for the end of the second trimester. These are my favorite board meetings. We get to have, there we go. When we get to have our kids come in and we get to celebrate their accomplishments. The ones who are here for the third trimester, I'm always really impressed with, because that is the time of the year when kids are starting to get antsy, they're starting to play more sports, get involved in other activities. So the fact that you were able to continue to focus and do what you were supposed to do while you were still in school, very impressive. We are going to call Finley up first, so I'm going to ask Mr. Youngberg and Mrs. Basin to come up to recognize those Finley students who had straight A's. Is that working?
Yep. Thank you, Dr. Thorne. I'd like to welcome everybody here tonight, as Dr. Thorne said. Third trimester straight A's, way to finish strong. So what we'll do is we'll start calling students up. If you could just line up here in the middle, we'll do it by grade level, and then we'll take a picture. And after all 6th, 7th, and 8th graders go, we do have some bags here with some goodies for each of you, and we'll do that after all 3 grade levels have gone. But I'm going to introduce Mrs. Basin. She's going to start first here with our 6th grade students.
Yeah. Abdul Jabbar Abdi. Jose Rick. Oh, right. Jose Baraka. Alexander Seelig Barrows. Julian Connell. Carissa Doyle. Faith L. Nasser. Tyler Estridge. Rama Bolaiva. For graduation, I practiced for like 3 days on these. Axel Polacki. Lana Hansi. Sophia Wayne. Anna Clement. Rocco Levantic. Daniel Martinzak. James McLaughlin. Bo Madonna. Nicole Elwine. Maya Paredes. Maya Piacenzi. Nada Sala. Peter Sananti. Eric Ninja. Not sure. Caitlin Tarquino. Gianna Valenti.
right, now we're going to get going with our 7th grade students. All right, first up, Tala Alawada. Shahid Al-Shaibi. Bansar Awad. Motaz Awad. Emily Ayala. Olivia Bizorka. Algarab Bengabar. Mohammed Bengabar. Ahmed Daman. Sama Galash. William Devos III. Juan Diaz. Isabel Frater. Elena Lawaki. Liliana Hernandez. Obeda Rafati. Fatima Reyes. Leonardo Sandoval. Charles Schultz. Leanne Shabate. Shyla Stewart. Ryan Trainier. Corbin Tritchler. Audrey Walsh. Leah Watson. Ayaz Zayer. Last but not least, Ibrahim Zayed.
Madison. Tia Lopez. Dean Ashley. Eliana Perez. Alexandra Jasinski. Amelia Scobel. Iowa Stewart. Annie Taher. Mackenzie Olesto. Samantha Watt.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push the bags and goodies out here in the hallway for our junior high schoolers. So if you'd like to make your way out, grab one as you head out, or if you're gonna stay and celebrate the rest of the students, that's fine too. But on your way out, you can grab one. But congratulations to all of our students with straight A's.
I'm going to invite Mrs. Sicaro and Mrs. Casera up to announce law.
So Laura, you doing anything exciting this summer? Where in Florida? Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, we're leaving at the end of July. Well, we're going down for the baby's third birthday, so we're leaving on a Thursday. We come back on like Monday morning. So we're flying into Jacksonville because she lives in St. Mary's, Georgia, which is right over the Florida-Georgia line. So it'll be awesome. So we're doing that, and then we're going to campus. She's gonna be 3 years. Yeah, I know. So yeah, we just saw her. She came in. Stacy came in. Her and her husband and the baby came in for Will's graduation. So we didn't see him that long ago. So it's kind of nice. Yeah. So it's a good thing. Then Annalise was actually gonna stay down there a while. So that should be interesting. Yeah. Stacy said she could stay. So Annalise was like,
all right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us here on this hot, steamy evening. To come out and recognize our third trimester students. We're very proud. Ms. Gansberg and I to have our fourth and fifth grade students here. So we're going to start with our fourth graders. Please come up to recognize. Let's start with Miss Rayanna. Come on. Mr. Mohammed Rafai. Miss Celine Jaber. And our other fourth grader that couldn't be here tonight is Miss Miriam Abdul-Raz.
Fourth grade, we want you to stay put. We're in fifth grade, we'll be pointing that for one group grade launch picture. So first, we'd like to call and recognize Ms. Minazayat. Isaiah Legata. Mr. Alex Lowry. And also some fifth graders that couldn't be with us tonight, Ms. Bushra Hamad. Ms. Rayna Plata. And Mr. Mohammed Albert. All right, one more. Dave Mana.
The main curriculum for graders is the fourth and fifth graders in this over your traits, and we're going to welcome up Ms. Nafego and Ms. Georgianis.
Yeah.
Anybody want to move up? Get a better picture up? We'll keep this between us, but we said this is safe for us to last. Right? So we are going to announce our fourth grade straight A honor roll for the third trimester. We are then going to keep our fourth graders up, announce our fifth graders for their straight A honor roll. We're going to take one picture and then hand out our feedback. So we are going to announce all students who are being recognized. If your name is called, and you can please come to the front, shake hands, and then stay for the picture. Fourth grade, Crystal Cortez Martinez. Davion Jordan. Liliana Martinez. Sebastian Rodriguez. Harrison Schmitzky. Ferris Alawamde. Olivia Dominiak. Natalia Iwanka. Amelia Marta. Clarice Hewitt. Adam Radzinski. Bella Butcher. Yasmin Jafari. Gabriella Cotton. Naima Lowry Jackson. Claire Newton. Isaac Okan. Bashir Rawaki. Please give our fourth graders a nice round of applause. Fourth graders, please stay up there. I'm going to pass the mic to Ms. Georgianis, and she will announce the
grade. Here we go. Jaden Hernandez. Dylan Willer. Valentino Aguirre. Liliana Tamara. Jasper Podesek. Kyrie Terry. And Gloria Urquizo. Yara Abul. Aiden Elmer Scanlon. And Grace Fala. Rama Mansour. Lorelei Powers. Jackson Schultz. Mache Simsek. Rory Trishler. And Zachary Willer. Congratulations, our fourth and fifth graders.
We'd like to congratulate everyone on a great end of the year. We hope you have a safe summer and look forward to seeing you back in August. Enjoy.
I have all these to sign. Here's them, all this.
Yeah, those are all yours. I signed yours. Oh, here. Yes, it's only 10. I didn't even think about it.
10?
Okay, yeah. 10's here, so.
Hey, Ken.
I realized I never entered myself into the meeting, so, I guess I can. I'm like, oh my gosh, so I guess. Let me in, Adam. I was sitting here the whole time, didn't even realize I didn't enter the meeting. I could have been making faces.
Sign, okay, both of them.
You might want to let me in, Adam, because I was bad. Thank
All right,
you.
Nancy, then we're on 3.0 whenever you're ready to.
Oh, okay. I was,
I missed myself, sorry.
well, I'll get this going here.
That's okay.
Just gonna leave that there. Okay, 3.0, donations to district.
Yes, Ridge Lawn received a $500 donation as a recipient of ExxonMobil's Education Alliance Math and Science Grant. And this will be used towards materials in the STEM lab. So we are looking for a motion to approve that.
Aye.
Aye.
Stewart. Jackson. Mr. Monkhouse.
Aye.
Mrs. Walker.
Aye.
Rose.
Aye. Aye. Okay, 4.0, approval of consent agenda. Do you want me to go through all the payments?
I don't need to.
No,
No.
okay.
For approval for the consent agenda.
Yeah, just for approval of payments.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
It's most of it, right?
Mrs. Wodzik.
Aye.
Mr. McCarthy. Mrs.
Aye.
Aye.
Petropolis.
Aye.
Sauer.
Aye.
All right, well, good evening, everyone. I'm going to jump into superintendent's reports. Thanks for being here on a very hot and steamy night, and I hope we'll get it done before this room gets way, way too hot. But starting off with enrollment, we ended the month at 1,432 students. That's a decrease of 33 students in a month, which is pretty typical for us. We have a lot of families who tend to leave early and go overseas from now until usually like September or October sometimes. But we are still up. That's still 29 students higher than we ended last year. So I think that's the more important number to look at right now, that we saw during the COVID time. We really saw a decline in enrollment, and we're starting to see those numbers get a little more leveled off from what we were used to. 5.2 vacant positions and possible staffing needs. We still have quite a lengthy list, but the administrative team has been doing a really nice job interviewing. We have quite a few that we'll be approving tonight, and another good handful that we're just kind of waiting on getting background checks, that type of thing, that we anticipate that we'll be able to approve at the end of the month as well. So we keep doing those interviews. Same thing as usual, it's special ed, paras, and then any specialized positions, which I had meetings with about 9 other superintendents today, and everyone is unfortunately seeing the same thing. So we just have to keep getting our name out there and making sure we interview well. And we've been pretty successful so far, and hopefully we'll be able to fill these other positions with quality candidates. 5.3, I will once again be appointing Carrie Hilgons and Kathy Picciolini to serve as the district's complaint managers. They've been doing that for quite a while, so we're going to continue down that route. And 5.4, I'm really excited. Tomorrow morning starts our summer school. We had PD that Mrs. Nothnagel ran pretty much by herself on Monday, which was ELA, and then it was Mrs. Nothnagel and our 2 math coaches doing the math portion. So the teachers would have about an hour and a half, 2 hours of PD, and then the rest of the time in the morning to get the room set up for the kids ready to go. And they're very excited. You can start feeling that excitement build even amongst the teachers. And so we'll be starting that tomorrow. All students will be receiving breakfast as they enter the room, or they'll walk in, pick it up at a table, and then be eating it in the classroom as they get started. And as of Friday, we had 143 students who had confirmed to be here. So that's almost 10% of our population. But we also have 32 staff members participating. So we have some not only nice class sizes of like anywhere from like 7 to 10, but we also have, in some of the rooms, we'll have a paraprofessional in there assisting. We have, for some of our other students, we have social work, we have OT, PT. So we were able to fill all of those positions this summer, which is a lot better than both our district and other districts were able to do last year. So we're excited for that. So I know a lot of people think teachers take off most of the summer, and some do, and they need to. Others come in and do lots of professional development work. And our big one that we'll be having towards the end of July is to continue to work on our guaranteed and viable curriculum. Steve Ertl is someone who we've been working with since 2020. He's going to come out for that first day and work with the teachers as they build out some of their units for their classrooms. And then Mrs. Nothnagel is going to continue with them for the remainder of that week. We also have math PD that will be taking place. This will really focus on our math leadership team and making sure we're setting a good vision throughout the year. And as I'm talking about this, just so you know, this will be my last time I specifically talk about curriculum, because we will be adding a curriculum spot on the agenda for Mrs. Nothnagel moving forward. So please come with all of your questions beginning later this summer.
Oh, that was me.
Yes. And then South Cook is putting together a special education boot camp for brand new teachers, as well as teachers who've been doing it for about 2 years. So I do know we at least have one officially signed up. We have a couple other of our newer teachers who are interested. So I'm very excited to hear what they can bring back. And we just know that sometimes when you're starting off as a special ed teacher, you need a little bit more support because there's just not as many people to support you in the building. So we're excited to be able to send them to that. We also have our Diopath contract to approve this evening. Diopath originally came in with an 8% increase, which is fairly standard in today's climate. And but Kathy, being very good at her job, talked them down to 5% for this year. And if you remember, Diopath does provide a technology person on site for us every day. This is housed at Lawn right now. And we do have a new one coming on board who just started yesterday. So we're very excited for that. And they have done a really nice job of assisting Gino in what he needs. And we continue to utilize them and ask them questions, because they work in all these other districts, big and small, to kind of find out what technology is out there. So it's been a really good partnership, and I think 5% is a pretty fair in today's climate. That's all I have for superintendent's reports. I will also be playing the business manager this evening. So in your packet, you'll see a construction update. If you walked through the buildings, you saw that it has already started. Anywhere that has carpeting that is more than a couple years old is getting replaced throughout the district. So the district office is completely emptied right now. You'll see in the vestibule where you walked in, they already laid some cement this morning because that will have kind of a walkway to make sure it's a little bit safer as people are coming in. And I know they're actually ahead of schedule on this project, which is unheard of in the summer. So they're just going to keep moving forward. I have also learned that tuck pointing is very, very loud. I moved my office to the first room over here, and they are doing it right behind my head on the brick wall, but they are just, I felt kind of bad for them in the weather today with their full suits and masks on, but they're hitting it pretty good and doing a nice job. So we have a lot of smaller projects, but very disruptive projects with the hope that the larger construction will be taking place next summer. Summer food service, we talked about our students who come for summer school, that they will be getting meals. We also have, because we are part of the National School Lunch Program, we also need to provide meals for just anyone 18 and under in the community. Those meals, unlike in the past couple of years where there was a kind of a waiver to allow you to bring those home, they're back to you have to eat those on site. So we will have part of this multi-purpose room set up for them to come in. They will be separated from any of the summer school kids, but they can come in and eat breakfast, and then they will be leaving after that. So, and when we are not open, we do not serve those days. So on like 4th of July, we won't be open for that. We've tried our best to advertise that as best as possible. We've had it in English and Arabic. I know Richards High School is also doing the same thing. So we're hopeful we'll get people if they need it, and we'll come in and utilize that. So. 6.3, again, you don't get good news very often from the state of Illinois, but this was talked about a couple months ago that they had miscalculated the evidence-based funding payment and gave CPS millions and millions of dollars more than they should have received. So our portion that we have received back is $189,000, and that is in the letter, and then we should be getting like that money moving forward, not 100, but that's 3 years that they hadn't given it to us because they didn't calculate it correctly. So I will be very surprised. I'm very surprised they caught it and then they told everybody about it, but I won't pass it up. And 6.4, the board will be asked, did approve the tentative amended budget for posting at last month's meeting. We discussed then that the board will seek formal approval of the amended budget at this meeting. That's just something we do every time of this year. We try to set a budget. We're always very, very conservative. And now that we know the numbers a little bit better, this is when we look to approve that later in the meeting. And then finally, the other thing we always do at the June meeting is the permanent transfer from education fund to the operations and maintenance fund. We are not able to levy legally enough money to cover operations and maintenance. So you're able to do a one-time transfer at the end of the year from the educational fund into the O&M fund to cover that. And that's what we always do in June at this time. And a public hearing will be later in this meeting to approve that. Any questions for Kathy? All right, turn over to you.
Okay, so we're ready for the hearing?
Yes, so we don't have any old business, so we're on to new business.
Okay, so we're on to new business, which is 8.1, public hearing for amended budget for FY22. I'm opening the hearing at, what is it, 7:09? At 7:09 p.m. Now, I have to ask the same question 3 times because it's part of the protocol. Is there anyone who would like to address the board regarding approval of the amended budget for FY22? I ask again, is there anyone who would like to address the board regarding the approval of the amended budget for FY22? And one last time, is there anyone who would like to address the board regarding the amended budget for FY22? No questions? Hearing is now closed at 7:10. I'm going to put that here. Okay, now we have another public hearing. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we have to vote first. Sorry about that. Okay, we need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the amended budget for fiscal year 2022.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Robinski.
Aye.
Mrs. Hudson. Mrs. Lamel.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Chaplis.
Aye.
Mrs. Salzer.
Aye. Ready to go? Okay, now, second public hearing, this is about the transfer of funds that Dr. Thorne spoke about. So it's 8.3 on the agenda. Public hearing to approve permanent transfer of funds. I'm opening the hearing at 7:11 p.m. And once again, the same 3 questions. Is there anyone who would like to address the board regarding the permanent transfer of $605,000 from the education fund to the operation and maintenance fund? Again, is there anyone who would like to address the board regarding the permanent transfer of $605,000 from the education fund to the operations and maintenance fund? And for the last time, is there anyone who would like to address the board regarding the permanent transfer of $605,000 from the education fund to the operations and maintenance fund? Anyone? Close the hearing at 7:12. And right now, I'd like a motion to approve the transfer.
I'll second.
Mrs. Lamel.
Aye.
Budzik. Mrs. Grove. Mr. Markowski.
Aye.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Mrs. Salzer.
Aye. 8.5, potential board action to appoint scope representative and alternate.
Yeah, in the past, we've always had the board president as the SCOPE representative, and SCOPE is really, it's a grassroots local organization that really brings school districts together in the south suburbs to discuss just kind of all educational issues. We have some people down in Springfield who really try to lobby for us for the issues that we're looking for. So in the past, I know Mrs. Salzer has been the one the last couple of years. I don't know if you want to continue or if anyone else wants to step up.
I'll do.
We just need to make a motion.
I'll make the motion to nominate Nancy Salzer.
And do we have an alternate? It is during the day. It's in the middle of the day. Mrs. Grove, would you like to be the?
During the summer?
No, we don't meet in the summer. No.
Okay, I can do it then.
Okay, would anyone want to nominate Mrs. Grove?
That's what happens. And then you're stuck with it.
Have the roll call vote on Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Mrs. Lamel.
Aye.
Mrs. Grove.
Aye.
Mrs. Budzik. Aye. Mr. Markowski.
Aye.
Mrs. Salzer.
Aye. 8.6, potential board action to appoint representative and alternate for the ISAB conference. Yeah.
So this is for the voting on the Saturday down at the III conference. That again has typically been the board president with the vice president as the alternate, and I would suggest that we continue with
I
that.
would do it, but I think it'd be wise to have an alternate come with me.
Okay.
To do it the first time if they want to try it. Because I won't be doing it after this.
So I would
Last
recommend
one.
Nancy and then Chrissy as the alternate.
It's not really.
No,
isn't
it's fine.
big.
I remember the vote.
Okay.
I nominate, what is it? Nancy and Chrissy as the alternate.
Yeah.
For the ISB.
A second.
Mrs. Lamel.
Aye.
Mrs. Budzik.
Budzik.
Aye. Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Mrs. Grove.
Aye.
Mr. Markowski. And Mrs. Salzer.
Aye. 8.7, potential board action to approve contract renewal with Diopath in the amount of $10,068.72 for FY 22-23. Have a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Mr. Markowski.
Aye.
Mrs.
Aye.
Mrs. Grove.
Aye.
Petropoulos.
Aye.
Mrs. Lamel.
Aye.
Mrs. Salzer.
Aye. 8.8, potential board action to change June 28th, 2022 to study session and a special meeting.
And we usually look to do this in June just because we have so many hires. We want to get that approved.
Make the motion.
I'll second.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Markowski. Mrs. Grove.
Aye.
Lamel.
Aye.
Budzik.
Aye.
Salzer.
Aye. 8.9, potential board action to approve payments to Studio GC in the amount of $73,770.19 for architectural services related to renovations.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Mrs. Levinsky.
Aye.
Mrs. Lamel.
Aye.
Grove.
Aye.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Noakowski. And Mrs. Salzer.
Aye. 8.10, potential board action to approve an additional FTE special education teacher.
Yeah, and this is really, we right now have someone splitting between Ridge Lawn and Ridge Central with increased numbers, even with people transferring in with IEPs. We're looking to have an additional full-time at both buildings, so one additional total.
Do we have anybody in mind, or is it going up on?
It's something that will go up.
Okay.
Yep. How many are each? Is it 4 right now? 4.5.
So then instead of someone traveling back and forth.
You'd have permanently.
Which is a less desirable job.
Correct. Yep.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second that.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Mr. Noakowski. Mrs. Levinsky.
Aye.
Mrs. Grove.
Aye.
Mrs. Lamel.
Aye.
Mrs. Salzer.
Aye.
All right, I get to take the fun one. Policy, everyone's favorite.
Yay.
Most of these policies are very, very straightforward. Actually, this time, all of them really are. But there's a couple that do require administrative recommendations, so I just want to go over that. And that's 2.230, the public participation at board meetings and petitions to the board. So we had talked a couple years ago about ensuring that we did not limit the amount of time someone spoke unless there was too many people. So we have a 5-minute limit. If there's too many people, then it bumps down to 3, but we still give everyone a chance to speak. What this is asking is, do we want to then limit, if there's so many people here, the number of people who are speaking? And I would not recommend that. If people take the time out, I think it's on us as a board and as administration to hear them out. And yes, you can lower the amount to 3 minutes, but you still give every person here who signed up a chance to speak. So I would recommend for this policy, our answer be no, just because I do feel everyone should be heard. So, and then we have 580, which is court duty. The school code basically mandates that employees serving as witnesses, that they don't get they don't lose anything, like in terms of their time. Like if they're required to go to court as a witness, especially if it's something for a school district, that they're not missing out on anything. But the way the statute was written before, that was only for certified teachers. This is also saying for paraprofessionals, for secretary, everyone else would also be covered. I'm recommending yes, that everyone should be covered on that. And then finally, 7285 is just a yes or no whether or not we have, we adopted the policy to have additional EpiPens here, and we have adopted that. So there is an extra one that our nurses have for each school. So I do know some schools have had trouble getting them. We have been okay at this point as far as I have been told. So those are the recommendations.
Are we just going to do one overall?
So this was just the first reading. So we just have to make an approval of that, and then there will be a second reading and an adoption next time.
So we're just approving the first reading?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I have a motion, please, to approve the first reading of the policies?
I'll second it.
Sorry, who did the first? Who made the first? Oh, thank you. Mrs. Lamel.
Aye.
Mrs. Petropoulos.
Aye.
Mrs. Grove.
Aye.
Mr. Noakowski. And Mrs. Salzer.
Aye. We have informational opportunity for visitors to speak. Anybody want to say anything? No?
The back.
Birthday boy.
Whose birthday?
Sam's birthday.
Happy birthday, Sam.
Happy birthday, Sam.
Okay. President's prerogative. The school year is finally done, and looks like we're off to planning for the next year already. There's a few people here with new jobs within the district, and you're going to be moving, and a lot of things are going to happen. Megan, got a big load. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. I know it's good. Everything's going to happen, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good for our district. This is a long time coming. It's about time we got this. So everyone else, enjoy your summer while you can. Because when you come back, it starts all over again. Not for me. Okay.
So my favorite thing, even more than policy, is reading this. So I'm going to get started. All right, we are going to adjourn to closed session for the discussion of appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity. However, meeting to consider an increase in compensation to a specific employee of a public body that is subject to the Local Government Wage Increase Transparency Act may not be closed and shall be open to the public and posted and held in accordance with the Open Meetings Act as defined in the Open Meetings Act, Section 2C1. The discussion of collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees or representative or deliberations concerning salary schedules for one or more classes of employees as defined in Section 2C2. The discussion of the purchase or lease of real property for the use of public body, including meetings held for the purpose of discussing whether a particular parcel should be acquired as defined in Section 2C4. The discussion of security procedures, school building safety and security, and the use of personnel and equipment to respond to an actual, a threatened, or reasonably potential danger for the safety of employees, students, staff, the public, or public property as defined in Section 2C8. The discussion of litigation when an action against, affecting, or on behalf of the particular body has been filed and is pending before a court or administrative tribunal, or when the public body finds that an action is probable or imminent, in which case the basis for the finding shall be recorded and entered into the minutes of the closed meeting as defined in Section 2C11, and the discussion of minutes of prior meetings lawfully closed under the Open Meetings Act as defined in Section 2C21 for the purpose of review, approval, or release of such minutes. We will not be discussing any student disciplinary cases during this meeting.
Okay. We need a motion to close the open session.
Mr. Milkowski. Mrs. Lammo.
Aye.
Mrs. Strauss.
Aye.
Bodzik. And Mrs. Snelzer.
Aye.